Good morning, Grant. It's Tuesday, October 9th, 2018, and these are your Grant morning announcements. My name is Kendra.
I'm Riyaz. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lunch for today will be lasagna roll-up with spaghetti sauce, green beans, peaches, garlic bread, and milk. On Wednesday, it will be hamburgers. That's it. Thursday will be whole grain chicken chunks, and that is how we will finish the week, as there is no school on Friday.
No school on Friday? That's awesome. I noticed you were looking at books earlier.
Yes. I was. Did you know that we have a book in our library called Who Was Ernest Shackleton?
Ernest Shackleton? Huh? That sounds pretty interesting to me.
Yep, it's pretty cool. Part of Shackleton's job was to be a ship captain, and he was responsible for his whole crew.
Oh, I think Noah's going to talk about him in incredible information.
Cool, let's check out on the weather then. Today we will see a high of 84 degrees with bright and sunny skies. I predict only a 94% chance of outdoor recess.
Tomorrow will bring partly sunny skies with highs in the 80s. Rain will return Thursday. For your day off on Friday, you can expect cloudy skies with significantly cooler temperatures. We will only get into the low 50s. As always, be sure to dress for the weather and make it a wonderful weather day. Let's go over to Noel with some incredible information about Ernest Shackleton.
Good morning. Today we are talking about Ernest Shackleton. He was an explorer of the South Pole who was born in 1874. He made several explorations with other explorers before he decided to do something amazing. He wanted to cross Antarctica by going through the South Pole. In 1914, he set off with his crew on a ship, Endurance. In 1915, the ship got trapped in ice and the crew had to abandon the ship because it was sinking. The crew managed to escape in small lifeboats to Elephant Island. There was no hope of rescue, so Shackleton set off in one of the boats to get help for his crew because he knew he was responsible for them. He managed to get his lifeboat to land and he got his crew rescued. It took over a year from the time the ship got stuck in ice until they got rescued. But not one man died. Very impressive. You can always learn more about Shackleton and ships in the Grant Library. Back to you, Mike.
We have a special treat for you today.
Actually, we have two special treats for you today. One is right now, and the other one is at the end of the broadcast.
Our Grant cheerleaders came up with a cheer just for Grant. Take it away.
Purple and yellow, yellow Grant. Purple, yellow, yellow Grant. We are Grant. Grant. This is our chant. CHANT. We are respectful. We are responsible. We are safe. GRANT. 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 This is our chant. Respectful. Responsible. And safe, of course. Go Grant!
fantastic. Now for a joke to end our newscast. What do penguins eat for lunch?
Well, I have no idea. What do penguins eat for lunch?
Iceburgers! We hope you have a great week.
Please stay tuned after the broadcast for reading of Those Darn Squirrels by Mr. Holiday.
This is
Kendra
and Ayaz.
In a wall.
The news is in and we're signing out. Yay!
Hello, I'm going to share one of my favorite books with you. This is Those Darn Squirrels by Adam Rubin. On the outskirts of town, at the edge of the forest, there was a little old house. The only thing older than the little old house was the old man who lived in it, Old Man Fookwire. Old Man Fookwire was so old that when he sneezed, dust came out. He was also a grump. He hated pie. He hated puppies. The only thing he liked was birds. All summer long, the old man painted pictures of birds that visited his backyard. There were whirlybirds and bonga birds, baba birds and yabba birds. Even a rare flugel bird came by once or twice. Fookwire's paintings weren't very good, but the birds never said anything. When the air turned crisp and the leaves began to change color, the old man grew sad. He knew that soon the birds would fly south for the winter, as they did every year, and that he would be lonely. Then he had an idea. If he fed the birds, maybe they would stick around. So Old Man Fookwire built beautiful bird feeders and put them up all around his backyard. He filled the feeders with delicious seeds and berries, and soon birds came from all over the forest just to eat in the old man's yard. But the birds weren't the only ones who liked the bird feeders. The squirrels did too. Not many people know this, but squirrels are the cleverest of all the woodland creatures. In fact, they're fuzzy little geniuses. They can make a house out of a tree, a bed out of a bunch of leaves, and a box kite out of twigs, dirt, and squirrel spit. They are also excellent at math. Winter was fast approaching, and the squirrels needed to gather as much food as they could to get ready, so they decided to take some of the bird food. The birds were not happy. Neither was Old Man Fookwire. When he discovered what had happened, he shook his old man fist and yelled, "Those darn squirrels!" He filled up the feeders again, but this time he hung them from a clothesline. Then he went back inside, confident that the squirrels would no longer be able to get to the seeds and berries. But the squirrels were determined. They devised a plan, and this time they took all of the food from the bird feeders. The birds were furious. "Hrumph, hrumph, hrumph," yelled a bonga bird. "Those darn squirrels!" yelled Old Man Fookwire. "Yum," said the squirrels. Now it was Old Man Fookwire's turn to devise a plan. He went to the general store to get supplies. He bought lasers and clamps. He bought wires and springs. He bought all sorts of tools to build a veritable fortress around his bird feeders. "Na na 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 na," snorted the flugel bird. The squirrels stayed up all night working out their strategy. They drank cherry cola and ate salt and vinegar chips to help them stay awake. Finally, they had it, the perfect plan. They put on their tiny helmets and prepared to launch themselves into the air, over the fence, between the lasers, and onto the bird feeders. The first squirrel misfired and hit a tree. The second squirrel went too high and landed in a bucket. The third squirrel sailed clear over the house. The birds laughed and laughed. They each had one last delicious mouthful of seeds and berries from the old man's feeders. Then they flew south for the winter, just as they did every year. "Pfft," said the flugel bird. After the birds left, Old Man Fookwire was lonely, just as he was every year. He fixed himself some cottage cheese and pepper, his favorite snack, but he was still lonely. When he looked out the window, the squirrels could tell that he wasn't happy. "Go away!" shouted Old Man Fookwire. "I don't like you, squirrels!" The squirrels held a meeting deep inside a large tree. They decided to give the old man a present to make up for taking the seeds and berries. Now, not many people know this, but squirrels are not only fuzzy little geniuses, they also collect just about anything they find on the ground. These squirrels had a vast stockpile of spectacular junk to choose from. But what would Old Man Fookwire like? Bottle caps? Popsicle sticks? Postage stamps? Finally, they had it. The perfect gift. The squirrels stacked all of their loose change on Old Man Fookwire's doorstep. There were dimes and pennies. There were nickels and quarters. There were even a few tokens from Coco's arcade. It all added up to $47.36, plus a free round of skee-ball. "Maybe you squirrels aren't so bad," Fookwire said when he found the coins. "But I still like birds better." This gave the squirrels another idea. They raided their junk collection again and got to work. When Old Man Fookwire woke up the next morning, he was amazed to see that the birds had returned. But wait! Those weren't birds. They were squirrels in disguise. "Great googly moogly," said Old Man Fookwire. "This will make quite a painting." He ran outside and took down the lasers and the wires and the spring-loaded trapeze. He turned all the bird feeders into squirrel feeders. Then he painted till his brush ran out of bristles. The squirrels were so overjoyed they had a party in Old Man Fookwire's house. "Those darn squirrels," said Fookwire as he shook his old man fist and smiled. I hope you enjoyed Those Darn Squirrels by Adam Rubin.